Los Angeles, the city of angels, found itself under siege by a fiery inferno. It was a scene of chaos and destruction as a wildfire fueled by powerful winds and dry conditions tore through the outskirts of the city. The fire, which began as a small brush fire in the Verdugo Mountains, quickly escalated into a raging inferno. Driven by the Santa Ana winds, it spread with terrifying speed, consuming everything in its path. Homes were reduced to ashes, and neighborhoods were evacuated as the firestorm raged on. The initial spark, an electrical short circuit on a power line, quickly turned into a full-blown crisis. The fire seemed to defy all attempts at containment, jumping roads and fire breaks with ease. The sky turned a menacing orange as smoke billowed into the atmosphere, casting an eerie glow over the city. As the sun set, casting long shadows over the devastated landscape, the true extent of the damage became horrifyingly clear. The fire had left a trail of destruction in its wake, and the battle to contain it was far from over. The wildfire's rapid spread was a stark reminder of the power of nature's fury. Strong Santa Ana winds, gusting up to 50 miles per hour, acted like a giant bellows, pushing the fire forward with relentless force. These winds originating from the Great Basin are hot and dry, creating ideal conditions for wildfires to thrive. Adding to the devastation was the prolonged drought that had plagued California for years. The lack of rainfall had turned the vegetation into tinder, ready to ignite at the slightest spark. The combination of strong winds and dry conditions created a perfect storm for a wildfire of this magnitude. Climate change has exacerbated these conditions, leading to hotter temperatures and more frequent droughts. As a result, wildfires are becoming more common and more destructive in California and other parts of the world. The Los Angeles fire serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need to address climate change and its devastating consequences. It is a wake-up call to invest in fire prevention measures and to protect our communities from the growing threat of wildfires. The wildfire's path of destruction was vast and indiscriminate, leaving behind a trail of shattered lives and a landscape scarred by flames. Homes, businesses, and cherished memories were reduced to ashes in a matter of hours. The fire burned through thousands of acres, leaving behind a wasteland of charred trees and smoldering debris. The impact on wildlife was equally devastating. Countless animals perished in the flames, unable to escape the inferno's rapid advance. The fire destroyed critical habitats, leaving surviving animals displaced and vulnerable. The ecological balance of the region was thrown into disarray. The air quality in Los Angeles plummeted as smoke and ash filled the air, creating hazardous breathing conditions. Hospitals reported a surge in respiratory problems, particularly among children and the elderly. The fire's impact extended far beyond the immediate burn area, affecting the health and well-being of countless residents. The economic toll of the wildfire was staggering. Businesses were forced to close, homes were destroyed, and the cost of firefighting efforts strained local resources. The road to recovery promised to be long and arduous. Section 4. Voices from the Firestorm, Tales of Loss and Resilience. I watched in horror as the flames consumed my home, said Mary Johnson, a resident of a neighborhood ravaged by the wildfire. Everything I owned, all my memories, gone in an instant. Her voice trembled as she recounted the terrifying experience of fleeing her home with only the clothes on her back. John Garcia, another resident, spoke of the kindness of strangers who offered food, shelter, and support to those who had lost everything. In the face of tragedy, the community came together, he said. It gives me hope to see such compassion and resilience. We lost our home, but we didn't lose each other, said Maria Rodriguez, her voice filled with emotion. We will rebuild our lives, stronger than ever before. Her words reflected the spirit of determination and hope that resonated throughout the community. These stories of loss and resilience paint a poignant picture of the human toll of the wildfire. They remind us that behind the headlines and statistics are real people whose lives were forever changed by this disaster. Section 5. Braving the Inferno firefighters stand on the front line. As the wildfire raged out of control, firefighters from across California and beyond rushed to the front lines, risking their lives to protect lives and property. Working tirelessly in grueling conditions, these brave men and women battled the inferno day and night, pushing their physical and mental limits to the brink. Facing walls of flames, intense heat, and treacherous terrain, firefighters employed every resource at their disposal to contain the blaze. They used helicopters to drop water and fire retardant, bulldozers to create fire breaks, and hand tools to clear brush and debris. The risks they faced were immense. Smoke inhalation, heat exhaustion, and falling trees were constant threats. Yet these courageous individuals persevered, driven by a deep sense of duty and a commitment to protecting their communities. We're trained for this, but nothing can fully prepare you for the intensity of a wildfire of this magnitude, said Captain David Lee, a veteran firefighter. But we keep going, we keep fighting, because we know that people's lives depend on us.